Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So this one's on oil. This is going to be my oil price predictions, where I see oil in the near term and over the next several years. So if we look at the daily chart here, obviously oil's been going up. I think everyone knows that. But short-term trends, right here I drew two lines for short-term support. So if we keep following these two lines upwards, we could actually see by the summertime this year, so in June, oil at least at $107 a barrel. That's if we keep following this uptrend. And then if we just kept going and going, like it would just keep getting ridiculously higher. However, I don't see it just going and going up that long. There's probably going to be a lot of fluctuations. This line down here is a longer term uptrend, starting from the 20th of May of 2020. So, around pandemic time, like when a lot of stocks and like oil started recovering from the initial shock. So we can see general trend up. If we follow this trend up and we assume this is just a really short term trend that's going to be broken, then by the beginning of next year we can expect oil to be at around $107 a barrel. Now, here are these two shaded areas I have out. This is long-term support, and this goes back to 2014 actually. And then this is long-term resistance for oil. You can see it's kind of like poked its head out of this a couple times, but it hasn't consistently stayed up there. So this is long-term resistance. You can see this goes all the way back to 2011 actually. So I think it's possible that oil will just keep going up. If it does, I don't see it just going like parabolic. A lot of people keep saying that's going to go to like 150 or 200. I just don't see that happening. Now it could keep rising over the next year, which I would think we would probably. I don't think we would see like much above like. I don't think we would get over $130 a barrel. In 2008 actually, here we got to 150, but I don't see us getting back there. Now, some important things to look at. I think oil will probably trade between this range right here, but more than likely, if we look back here from 2010, February 2010 to October 2014, oil traded within this $80 to $110 range. I foresee that happening again, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But basically, right here, these aren't exact dates or anything. This could be moved anywhere, like over here or something. But I would expect oil to somewhat stabilize by next year. Let's say by summertime next year. I think that's fair. I think we could see oil trading between this $80 to $104 range for a while, for several years, and then probably like very long term, we would just see oil like slowly trending up, because that's how things work with inflation and everything. Now, if we look at this, the fracking break-even price is $50 a barrel. So for the U.S. to be profitable in fracking, the oil needs to be above $50 a barrel, and that's if the U.S. really ramps up production to be outputting oil for all these other countries that basically have an oil shortage. So we would need to stay above this price, which is our long-term support. So I don't see oil going down below this price. I don't see it happening at all. We're going to stay above this. Now, for the Saudis, the break-even budget is $65 a barrel. That's what they want oil to be at, is $65 a barrel. That's their goal. But obviously, like, you know, they would enjoy it if oil was above that. Now, you know, again, that's above this price. So they want $65 a barrel. You know, it would be in this range, $65 a barrel. Now, if we go over here, Russia says that, you know, this is actually a 2020 article on March 9th. So Moscow said they could withstand oil prices of $25 to $30 a barrel for 6 to 10 years. So, I mean, as you can see, like, obviously, Russia has a lot of stuff happening and a lot of sanctions, but there are plenty of countries that will buy Russian oil, especially if Russia sells oil at these prices. So don't think that, you know, Russia's just gonna suddenly disappear or something. Like, they can, here it says that they can sustain oil prices of $25 to $30 a barrel for 6 to 10 years, which, you know, that's one of their main exports. But yeah, so that would be them selling to other countries. And then if we go over here, so we can see all these other countries that are large producers of oil. So Qatar, their break even is $44 a barrel, and then here $76 a barrel. Saudi Arabia around 67, UAE $64 a barrel. And this isn't the break even for them, you know, pumping oil. This is their break even for, you know, their budget for their economy and stuff, because this is what their economies thrive on. So all these countries, you know, this one is the highest, $82 a barrel. But here we can see $69 a barrel, $75, $61 a barrel, $74 a barrel. You know, Qatar's the lowest at $44 a barrel. So, you know, we, like, these countries are, you know, all these countries, the U.S., all these Middle Eastern countries and all these Middle Eastern countries and everything, you know, other than Russia, like, basically every country in the world, they're gonna want oil to stay above $60 a barrel. Like, that's just the way that things are. You know, like, we don't control anything. So, you know, long term, oil basically stays above $60 a barrel. Now, it could obviously go up, you know, who knows how much it can go up, but I see it trading between $80 and $100 a barrel. That's the most profitable for the US and for all these other countries. Russia's out of the equation right now, but, you know, obviously I don't think they care at this point what they're doing, since apparently they can sustain themselves for 6 to 10 years. So yeah, those are my thoughts on oil. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any additional comments that you could make that could maybe, you know, provide more insight into this whole situation. But other than that, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or leave a comment or like it, and I'll see you guys next time.